What are the things that I wish I would have known when I first started building up my personal brand? I mean, I'm still kind of new at this whole thing, but still, you guys have asked me, and today I'll go in depth about it. Welcome back, my friends. My name is Dominic. Usually I talk about social media, about Instagram, and building up your personal brand. And sometimes I still have some struggles with the personal branding side itself and the business side. And because I know some of you guys want to do that as well, I want to tell you what I wish I would have known when I first started. Because I just want to help you guys, and because I know how it's like. So the first thing, and actually really big thing here, is to actually make up your mind where you are right now and where you want to go. And somewhere along the lines you have to connect those dots. Like, how do you want to get from there to there using different social media outlets, using whatever suits best for you, because everyone is different. It doesn't mean that you have to start on Instagram if you want to build up your personal brand, or on YouTube. Everyone has a different media outlet that resonates best with them. For some, video is not the best thing. For some, video is the coolest thing there is. And this actually leads me to a drawing that I just drew, which I actually give away in the comments, by the way, because sometimes people ask me, hey, can I get this drawings here, out in front here? And actually I decided to give that away for free. The best comment down below wins this beautiful drawing, which I'm going to get into right now. It's actually what I call the pyramid scheme. I'm just kidding. It's actually called the content pyramid here. And basically, the further it goes up, the harder it is, and actually the more effort it takes to build the content for it and around it. But it also is more impactful and easier for you to connect with the audience on this medium. So for example, up there is video right at the top, because video, if done correctly, usually contains all of the below. And I just noticed that the last thing down there is empty, but that's just some artistic choice, whatever. Video usually best contains all of the below. So video, audio, pictures, or text. And the more you use them, the more you would be able to interact, to connect with your audience, which is the most important thing for building up a personal brand. You want to connect. But here's the thing, my friends, because one thing that's also really important is the authenticity here. And you always have to kind of try to have the authenticity at the top, like as best as possible. You always want to be as authentic as you can. And sometimes for people, you just can't be authentic when there's a big camera looking at you and you just look in the lens, and it's actually kind of weird. But for some people, it's just not their thing. They just can't talk. They just don't want to talk to a camera, or whatever. And then, of course, you don't have to do video. Of course, you can maybe do some podcasting, or just pictures or text. And for example, if you don't resonate at all with, for example, video, but with pictures and text, which is, for example, Instagram is really good for, you will be way better off doing pictures and text than when you would, for example, do the videos. And in my opinion, even though video is like the strongest form of content you could put out there to build up your personal brand, you can still achieve the same with, for example, using pictures and text. It will just be a little bit more effort to get to the same kind of level, but it will still be doable. Of course. So the gist of this whole point is, I hope it's not too confusing, you want to branch out. You want to, if you don't know what kind of content form is best for you, branch out and do whatever you think. Just try it out. Try to do a YouTube schedule. Try to do a Instagram schedule. Maybe blogging, because if you just want to do text, ideally you would combine this with audio or pictures or videos, smaller forms of videos. You can always do that and kind of see after some months what really resonates best with you. And number two actually comes straight from the first point, which is start now. And I mean really now. If you were contemplating about starting your personal brand, starting for example, Instagram channel, but you still don't know for sure what you want to do, doesn't matter. Just do it right now. Start now, put up whatever, and go figure out what you want to do as you go along. It will not be perfect. It will probably suck, but it's still better than to not have anything at all in a couple of months. Now, what I, to be honest, should have done is actually to have started way earlier, because not only it takes a long time to actually build that substantial following, to actually build you people inside my screen, it also takes a long time to actually find your voice and your style and the way you go about things, the way you create content, the way you deliver content, and all of that, because that's what makes a unique personal brand, is yourself. And it takes time. So start now if you were contemplating about it. I was actually contemplating contemplating about starting a YouTube channel for years. I've never told you, but like 3 or 4 years ago, I've tried my best at creating a YouTube channel about flying, you know, because I don't know if you know it, I have a plane. I sometimes fly around with the plane. I just wanted to do a channel focused around that. I have one episode which is actually really bad and actually really awkward. But you know, I didn't start. I was contemplating, okay, should I do that? I need to have 10 episodes lined up in order for me to actually start producing. And guess what? I never did it. I only had one episode, which is probably deleted or private somewhere. Anyway, so what I would have done, start now. And if you finally decided to start, comment down below. I'd like to know. I'd like to see what you're up to, people. If you want to do all these things long term, you know, your personal brand, content creation, whatever, you kind of have to find a way to actually, you know, pay the bills with it, because you know, as fun as it all sounds, it just doesn't pay the bills if you don't go about this whole thing like a business. And this is actually an important thing. Whenever you build up a personal brand, whenever you build up something on social media or wherever, you already have to go in with at least some sort of kind of business model behind it, you know. And don't wait until you monetize things long after. You know, some people think they have to wait until they have 30,000 subscribers, 20,000 Instagram followers, until they can do some brand deals, until they offer some sort of paid services or whatever. But you know, it's just not like that. You know, social media and personal branding and all of that takes its time. It takes a lot of time, I tell you that. And the more time you are out there creating content for your personal brand, the less time you will actually have to, you know, earn money through your regular business or full-time job, for example. So go about this whole thing with a strategy. Of course, I will do lots of videos about, you know, strategies that you can use to actually go into this whole personal branding thing, while also starting right off with at least a little bit of, you know, income that your personal brand generates. In the beginning, it will probably only substitute what you would otherwise earn, or probably even less, to be honest. But you know, in the long term, and you know, you should actually see that whole thing as a long-term strategy. If done correctly, you will, I'm sure, 10x, if not 100x your revenue through your personal brand, I tell you that. And number 4, and there's actually so many more points, to be honest, so I guess I have to make a part 2 video about this. Don't get down by those negative people, by your haters or whatever you want to call them. I know it can be soul crushing. I know how hard it can be. Like, if you get 100 positive comments, but only 1 negative comment, of course, that 1 negative comment will be in your mind the whole day. I tell you that. You know, the thing is, you just have to start ignoring these people. You know, I mean, I know how it's like. People telling me I have a disease for the way I speak. But you know, actually what I think, it's actually good that way, because I think it's just nature's way of telling, or nature's way of sorting out those people that really want it. Because, you know, as cheesy as it sounds, you got to bring some passion to it. For example, if you do the video things like here at the top, you need to bring some passion for video, because there's like so much effort to be done in a video like this, for example. You have to cut, or you know, pictures. You have to go out, shoot pictures and all of that. You have to bring some passion. And you know, like we said earlier, you kind of have to see this whole thing as a long-term strategy, maybe even like a college degree or some sort of self-education. You know, whenever you do some sort of educational program, there's always going to be 1 or 2 things that really suck. They're just there to filter out those people that really want it. In this example, I think those are the haters. You know, if you really want it, you just stand above the haters, just let them be. You will get over it, they will get over it, and you know, we're all gonna be happy. So I hope you could use that information for you actually a little bit. I kind of dug a little bit deeper. If you'd like to have more of these kinds of videos, more in-depth personal branding stuff, you know, just comment down below. I'd like to know. Anyway, if you like this video, just give me a like, hit that subscribe button. My name is, by the way, Dominic. I'll see you in a couple of days, and well, I don't know what to say anymore. Bye.